Louisiana beer reviews. We're looking at Urban South seasonal series, Delta Momma Citra Lager, 5.5% alcohol, 25 international bitterness units. This is the first video review for this beer in the world. Brewed in New Orleans, right on Chapatula Street, next to the Mississippi River. It says Urban South is where cars drive on cobblestone. Yeah, they do have cobblestone streets in New Orleans, some places, and some brick streets. Crisp Vienna-style lager that throws tradition aside because they say it's delicate, semi-sweet. Well, other ones are like that too. Brewed with Citra Hops. Alright, so they show some views of downtown and the warehouse district and that old electrical plant. And I noticed that this can has a stick-on label. The other one was the printed label. This is like a label that's stuck on. You see a lot. You see that often with the newer craft beer companies. I guess they don't have the money to really do the proper cans. So they just buy blank cans and have a label that's adhesive and they stick it on there. You might see this in your area. I don't know. It just came out in 2016 and there's no there's no average on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, okay? There's like 2 or 3 reviews on each site. I bought this at the 504 store, but it is available at Mathern's also. It's getting close to 6 p.m. We had a not a rainstorm really, just some rain showers. Bone colored head and a hazy, I was going to say orange or amber, yes, amber appearance. Okay. See how it works. Vienna lagers I'm used to are things like Victoria from Mexico, the oldest Mexican beer brand, or Negra Modelo, which to me those are wonderful beers. And this is going to have to do a lot to beat those. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, we'll see. Okay, starting off, it smells like an IPL, and that is something that I don't really like. I mean, they taste okay, but why you have to make a lager that's like an IPA? Why not just have an IPA? I don't understand all this cross-lining. No, I'm not in Amway. I'm not trying to make diamond, but I don't understand the cross-lining, you know? I don't sell Shackley. It's like the bready caramel malt from a Vienna lager, and then the citrusy hop resins from IPL. Yeah, they're throwing tradition aside, but they're talking about getting rid of kickoffs in football. Yeah, that's throwing tradition aside, but then you ruin the game, in my opinion. There's no sense to it. They say it'll reduce injuries. Might. It's football. Okay. This is simply an amber colored IPL, alright? Hop resin, some caramel, brown bread, lighter brown, not too dark, like Sara Lee Honey Top or the old Roman meal. And then hops. I'm not anti-hops. I am not an anti-hopite. I like double and triple IPAs the most, but I like IPAs. 25 seems higher than 25. You know, the IPA, the IBU number oftentimes, ooh, it looks like it has gunk at the bottom. The IBU number oftentimes does not come across like you think it will. You say 25, that's not too harsh. It seems kind of harsh. I don't mind harsh. I can handle it. Oh, there's so much gunk. And then look at all the gunk. I don't know if that's appropriate. Don't mind it. Don't know if it's appropriate. So there's this milky yeast substance descending. Okay, but they're saying on the can they're trying to mix it up. Okay, so they're warning you. We tried to warn you. We tried to warn you. So I'm not going to sit here and whine and cry about it like, it's not traditional. It hurts my feelings. They said it wasn't. This is just a yeast festival. The International Yeast Festival. There are great chunks throughout. The mouthfeel is kind of heavy. I would say at the lower end of heavy. It's a thick beer. You can chew this beer. The finish is mostly dry. There's like a cracker taste coming through. Well, that's a weird beer. If you're into these funky, freaky, deaky styles, you might really like it. I'm not opposed to it necessarily. Everything don't have to be everything else. There's the AC cutting on the compressor. I would rather have the Victoria or the Negra Modelo. You're a purist. It's so true, ain't it? But hey, for a psychedelic thing, it's okay. I wouldn't buy it, but that doesn't mean anything. You might love it. So Greenleaf say your default score is an A-. That may be the case. I really am going to give it an A- though. I think it is at the lower end of excellent. I think it is well made. It's interesting. I've enjoyed what I've had from them so far, which has been minimal. But the initial signs are good. Now, the charming wit was traditional, just a wit beer, like the Celis. This is not traditional. I would like to try their others and see how they work out. So, Laissez les bon temps rouler. An excellent soda beer. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.